Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel, guys. In today's video, guys, we're going to work on an engine that's been used in those three vehicles, guys. Fiat 500, Chrysler 200, guys, and Dodge Ram Promaster 2.4 Multiair engine, guys. And if you have a code for the timing sensor, guys, okay, it's one little bitty sensor next to the variable timing control solenoids. It's one sensor that's called timing sensor. Stay with us, we'll explain what needs to be done to replace it. Unfortunately, guys, okay, I've seen in Europe you can purchase the sensor only. In the US you have to replace quite a few things with the sensor together, and we'll explain why. Make sure you stay until the end. First, guys, okay, we'll have to we'll show you where it's located, how it can be removed, okay, if you have a replacement one, but if you don't, we'll show you guys what you need to do to replace the whole variable timing control module, guys, on that engine, so also known as Multiair. So let's go ahead, start on it, and show you what needs to be done. So if you come, guys, on the bottom of the engine, okay, let me start on this side so you get a better idea. When you open the hood of your car, you're going to face the engine that way. So you need to come on the rear side, guys, towards the rear, on the back side, and that's where your timing sensor is located. Okay, it's this guy right here, the gold is in color. Okay, you can see that one right there, guys. So I've seen, guys, in Europe, people have those replacement ones, and they're for Fiat, guys. Fiat Toro uses those in Europe, and now it's really hard to remove that sensor, but if you're trying not to break it, it's hard to do it. If you're pretty much sure that you're going to break it, you can go ahead, grab it with vice grips and remove it. Or there is a socket, guys, it's kind of like an open end socket. It resembles like the sockets, guys, for the oxygen sensors, but it's a small socket, guys, usually, or an open end wrench, okay, kind of like this one, but it needs to be way smaller. It goes through the wires, guys, okay, and it can go on top of the sensor, okay, and remove it. This one is way too big, but you get the idea. Otherwise you can grab it probably with vice grips and remove it, but if you're in the US and that is bad, you have to remove the whole control module. So stay with us and we'll start on that now. We have to remove the valve cover to get to it. So when you open the hood of your car, you're going to face this way. You need to remove your engine cover. In order to remove the engine cover, guys, you just pull it straight out. Okay, it attaches to these four places on the valve cover. Here you will have your air filter box. You need to get that clamp loose so you can pull the hose back, and this will be a vacuum hose attached to the air filter hose box, excuse me, that you need to remove. After that you need a clip removal too, guys, and right here you will have one clip that you need to remove. It will be just like that clip here, guys, but this is broken. Next, 10mm socket, guys, and we're going to go ahead, okay, and remove that bolt. Perfect. After that, guys, what needs to be done, you will need to disconnect the sensor for the intake temperature sensor, and then you have one hose clamp, okay, for the okay, let me focus there quick. This is for the throttle body. Get that one loose, guys, and after that go ahead and pull it out. Perfect. You can see it came out just like that. Now what else we need to do? We need to start, guys, with wiring harness, disconnecting wiring harness and all that stuff. So that will take quite a bit of work now. We're going to start now, guys. Okay, here we have a few clips. Okay, so if you grab it with, okay, underneath a little bit, okay, pull, you can get those clips out. Somebody broke them. Okay, here it's supposed to be another one. It's broken. Here we're supposed to have two, and one there. One is already broke, two are broken, one is good. Somebody didn't take care of it, guys. We need to disconnect ignition coils. How you do that? You pull that piece back. Okay, it's supposed to be back, okay, closed like that. Grab it, pull it like that, push down. Okay, let's do this one so I can show you a little bit better. Now push down here and pull it out. We do that to all four ignition coils. Here, guys, you have the camshaft position sensor. Press down, pull it out as well, and disconnect it from okay, from that coolant pipe right here. This is the PCV valve hose. Pull it out. Perfect. Next, guys, what do we need to do? That wiring harness is loose on this side, as you can see. We need to start, guys, okay, removing here ignition coils. 10mm socket, and we can start on that now. Perfect. Grab each one of them, pull them straight out. Okay, great. Now, what else, guys, we need to do? We need to, guys, okay, start right here, that coolant pipe. We'll need to remove that one. So here you will need to unscrew that post for the valve, for the engine cover, excuse me. Just grab it and unscrew it like that. After that, 10mm nut. Remove that one. And you can just pull that one gently, careful not to break it there, okay? Gently pull it up. Perfect. Okay, and we will leave it on the side. Now, let's see what else we have. Right here, wiring harness goes on top of this bolt, pull it out, and from that point on, I think all we will need is 8mm deep socket, guys, and we'll start removing bolts. We'll show you where every bolt is located now, so you can remove the valve cover. Let's start on it now. 1, 2, 3. Now we start on this side. 4, guys. 5 bolts. 6 here. 7. 8. Okay, there we have 9 in the corner. 10. 11. 12 right behind the spark plugs. 13. 14, guys. Here, one more underneath that wiring harness. 15 bolts on the outside, 4 on the inside now. So altogether we have 19 bolts. Now that valve cover may be stuck, so you may just gently pry it here with a screwdriver. If it doesn't come out, guys, after prying it a little bit, probably some bolt is still holding, make sure. Because here you have a little bit of silicone, even though it's a gasket where the timing cover meets with the cylinder head. You have a little bit of silicone, and you have a little bit of silicone towards the last cap right before the vacuum pump. Grab it, guys, and pull it out. Okay, you can see it just like that. It came out. Now you can see, guys, okay, I'm talking about that sensor. They sell it, the whole kit with that thing. And I've seen those fail, guys, so probably wouldn't be a bad thing to replace it. We'll have the link in the description of the video below if you want to check it out. But stay with us to see what you need to do to take it off now. And later when we're reinstalling it, guys, we'll explain there is a special way to bleed the air out of that. Okay, it'll take about, I think, I don't remember correctly, I'll double check again, but I think it was 200 milligrams of oil, or until you see oil coming out of that hole, then you know that the system is bled and ready to be started. So, now we need to disconnect a few wires here, press the yellow piece up, push down there and start pulling those out. They do get stuck sometimes, so it's not as easy as you think sometimes, but they do come out. Now we'll need to bring the engine to Tdc point before we remove it, guys, and I'll explain how. Okay, now, right here, okay, we're almost at Tdc, practically. We just need to turn it very little bit. Okay, right here you can see that's Tdc mark, and you have the mark on the crankshaft pulley on the inside, white mark. So, kind of like there is a line there. So align those two together, guys. Okay, perfect. This is Tdc. Now, here, guys, we need to get an Allen wrench and we need to start removing that block. And we need a 6mm Allen wrench. Again, all the tools and parts will be listed in the description of the video below. This bolt here, guys, and the bolt right there will be the last bolts to remove because they have guides. Otherwise you can mess the threads on the other bolts, and you don't want to mess your cylinder head, guys. Okay, we're going to have torque specs video on the whole engine. We'll explain the torque specs for that as well, because you need to know it when you put it together. One more and then we're ready to remove just the other two bolts, guys, that are holding now. Okay, just like that, guys, you can see. So now we are going to get something, a clean towel or something, or a piece of paper, something that we can put it on, because otherwise you don't want to get anything dirty on that thing, guys. You have to keep it clean. And the engine as well. Don't just drop things now, because you can severely damage your engine. Disconnect the timing sensor now. We forgot this one, the yellow thing. Push it out, press in, disconnect it. Okay, now we need to pull it from here. Perfect. And we can go ahead, grab that assembly now. Careful not to drop anything, guys. The gasket came with it. Install a new gasket every time you do that as well, guys. And we pulled it out, okay, you can see just like that. So you can see this is the whole control block right here. Super complicated, guys, design, very complicated design. This is now your timing sensor, and in the US I couldn't find just the sensor itself. You can probably buy it from Europe, but it may take a while, it may be expensive, guys, but if it's the point that it failed, guys, I'll recommend to go with the whole block anyways. So that's how you guys remove it. Now you can see, even though you removed it, you still don't gain much room, okay, to remove it. I thought that we can remove the control solenoids here. I opened one in the past and I couldn't, guys. Those things, I think they're pressed in, so practically I wasn't able to do anything there as well. But if you use an open end wrench that can go, like a box wrench that can go through the wire, okay, you can do that, and you can probably, guys, remove it. Or you can cut an open box wrench, offset box wrench, cut a slot so the wire can go through it, and you can do it that way. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos, and see you guys next time.